It's been a long time, ain't it?
Been a while.
It's been quite a while. Hope y'all can hear us for this rain. But we felt like it was time to really get brutally raw and honest. Not that we haven't been honest, by no means. But what we haven't done is shared with y'all the complete 360 that has happened to us. First and foremost, it will be 1 year, October 15th, that I've been here. So you see, we're not quite a year. Today is October the 10th, 2021. So in 5 days, it'll be 1 year that Lippy landed in the state of Kentucky. And from a year ago to today, it has taken a toll on my health. The practice of medicine around here is something I don't agree with. For me personally, to outsource to specialists would be 2.5 hours away. We don't know if that's once a week, twice a week. And that was just the tilting of the pot that led us to some decisions that we've made. Some of you may understand. Probably most of you will have that shaking of the head going, really? Well, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm knocking on 60 years old. You're never too old to learn a mistake. And most of those mistakes in your life come with a price.
A high price.
Physically and definitely financially. You know, my daddy always said, a lesson taught's a lesson bought. And I can speak for Buddy and I when I tell you this was a lesson that we bought gravely.
All the way around.
We've not shared with y'all that this has been a battle the year we've been here. And as we get back into YouTube and sharing with all of y'all, we will come forth with all of that. But for right now, we're going to talk about what Kentucky did to my health. It destroyed it. My body cannot acclimate with my protein deficiency to the high temps, to the extreme cold temps. As you can see, I'm in a jacket. My body, I have Raynaud's. That's association to my protein deficiency. If you don't know what Raynaud's is, take the time to look it up. It's excruciating, painful. My legs will literally turn purple to black. My hands and arms will turn purple to black. And I've suffered with this weather. I need high humidity. I need warmer than normal above temps. And we are moving. I guess I'll just blatantly come out and tell you guys that we are moving. We are under contract on this house. We have been for 30 days. We are 90% packed, so we are camping in our own home. And we are now facing the battle of finding property back in the Louisiana, extreme eastern Texas, Louisiana area, back to where I can get to the physicians and the major hospitals that have treated me for so long without an abundance of medication, synthetic medication, and I refuse to do that. So we've had a couple of offers put in. Our offers have been overbid. So I'm sure a lot of y'all are fighting the same battle. It's a tough world out there, guys. And it's also tough to sit here and say that as much research as we did moving to Kentucky, obviously we didn't do enough research. You know, we're proud when we say that we made errors, okay? We made some mistakes.
You gotta admit your mistakes.
That's right, in
But-
order to move forward.
Just like she said, research. I'm gonna tell you what, when you think you've done enough research, if you're planning on moving out of what you call home, changing to a totally different scene or setting, when you think you've done enough research, do some more, and some more, and some more. Because there are many forms or types of research you need to do. Her health is the number one reason that we're going back south, but also is jobs and employment. You know, I lost my job down there, and I'd done some research, and it showed that there was plenty of work here and jobs and this, that, and the other. But my intentions coming here was to start my own business, and I spent a ton of money building a large shop with a very thick floor.
Now, let me say this before you continue. When he says a ton of money, it's because we worked many years and we saved. We wasn't people that went and bought. So this was our retirement. When he says a ton of money, this was our retirement. So you young ones, please pay attention. When you get that nest egg built after a lot of years of sacrifice, it don't come back to you.
No, it's gone. So, in that process, we built a large shop, like I said, with a very thick concrete floor that would handle anything I put on it. Commercial wiring, insulation, the list goes on and on. And before I ever started building it, I had 10 to 15 people here in a matter of a week or two. And I had some witnesses to sit and listen to it, that we've got plenty for you to work on. We'll bring you stuff all the time. And when I got it built, they weren't bringing it. And they haven't brought it. And you can go around and talk to anybody you want, but they're not going to bring it. I mean, I don't know what the problem is, but it's just not here. So I reached out to try and find other work. A lot of facilities and factories, as y'all know, they're all shutting down. A lot of your larger businesses. I mean, you can go dollar store, Walmart, and get a job, but that's not in my field or anything that I know about. And not that I wouldn't go do it, but it's not.
Well, a couple of them told you
I
no.
mean, actually went to 3 of your larger box stores. I won't mention their names, but 3 larger box stores that had signs on the door that say hiring. You go in there, we're taking applications, but we're not hiring. So, like I say, I'm hooked up with 5 different job sites. One of them is actually the state of Kentucky, and there just ain't nothing out there. I've actually talked to a official at the state of Kentucky, and he told me himself there ain't many jobs out there right now. He said, we're trying to find jobs for people. There's just none there.
Although
So-
they advertise that there is.
Yeah, they advertise it, but that's another big factor, something you really need to look into, because shoulda, coulda, wouldas, they might not ever come. So make
Whereas
sure you've got that.
back in our area, you have connections.
Yes.
Well, and there
It's-
again, that's building a community. We're not going to build a community here, y'all. Our community really is where we left. And that's being brutally raw honest. And Buddy and I are just going to shoot it to you straight. We don't sugarcoat a damn thing. We're going back to where we have connections. We have already established community, family. So if things were to take or go towards a crisis, you're already embedded. You see, we're not embedded here.
When you know where your available resources are and know who to call to find them,
we don't
and where
know
you can go
that
and
here.
get them, that means a whole lot. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'll admit it. I said when I left, I said, oh, I ain't losing nothing, this, that, and the other. You know, hell, I've lived in Louisiana all my life, but it's not a big deal, yada, yada. Well, I was wrong. When you have lived somewhere that long and you really like it, just because you got a moment and you think you don't, stop back and give it a chance. Think some more. Because when you ain't got it no more, you're going to miss it. So,
Well, December of last year, I started getting sick. It was a different kind of sick.
The month after she was here.
Yeah, say a month and a half. And that's when I said, okay, it maybe just be temporary. I was put on medication. January, I was put on medication. February, I was put on medication. My blood work is all over the place. I've developed other underlying conditions, and I'm not going to say it was the medication that did it. We don't know what did it. What I do know is what y'all see on camera is all true. Me cooking, garden, all of that, everything you see is true. But I'm also someone that takes the higher road when I wake up. Today's going to be a better day. I'm going to turn that camera on. And I'm going to teach y'all something, or just share something, or just be lippy. But y'all, I can't turn this camera on and just be lippy, because I'm miserable. I'm physically, if you can see, I'm in a jacket. He's in shorts and a shirt. I am got pants on. I've got socks on. I got winter clogs on. And I'm in the sun, so I can do this.
This is the first time in many years, actually, that your hands and your arms turn purple.
Yeah, I didn't want my...
It's the first year.
Y'all started seeing it on some of the videos that I did.
That's never been a problem before. Even in the winter months that what little bit of winter we have, you say, in the South, it still wasn't. And
I'm just not comfortable, y'all. I just, and I know a lot of you say, well, it doesn't matter. We just want to see you. And I appreciate that. And I know that what you're saying is true. But I'm not comfortable showing. And I'm not going to be in a zoot suit in the kitchen, sharing something. I can't be outside. When I'm outside, I have blankets, and I've had a heater on me, one of those, what do you call them heaters with the propane tank?
oh, the little radiant, propane
Yeah,
radiant.
I've had that for 6 weeks,
With a little electric heater sitting up under her chair and a
just so I
blanket.
can breathe some air.
And we ain't even got cold yet. I mean, it was 67 this morning. Now, it was cool to me. I was in shorts, but the wind was blowing, and it was actually cool. I mean, 67 down south, pretty warm. But there's a total different. I mean, and I'm going to tell you, I pulled this up, she pulled it up. We looked at the temperature for the last 10 years.
Yes.
And if you just go look at the temperature from where we were at to this zip code, you'd be like, nah, that ain't no difference. You'll never know it. There is
7 to 10
something,
degrees. That was
something
it.
about it that's 7 to 10 degrees. Now, I don't know if it's the humidity,
We think it is,
which
though.
a lot of
That's what
times
the
it's got
doctor
high
said.
humidity up here, but it's not like 90, 98% like it is down there. The other thing is it starts out cold in the morning, jumps up real high, heat, and then cold again, and when you ain't even got into winter. So it's a major fluctuation, which is pretty detrimental and hard on her. So we just had to make the decision, and that's where we headed. We headed back south.
And I'm not going to tell y'all I packed everything in my house but our pod and
She
one
did not
skillet.
pack her drawers this
I
time.
didn't pack my underwear.
She's got them this time. But she
But-
packed her skillet, so I had to go out there and get my camping skillet.
Yeah. But you know what? Buddy and I and Nanny are making it do. And I know some of you's like, well, your mother-in-law moved. Yes, she did. She moved to help us. Because she is helping.
She loves to help.
And let me tell y'all something. Lippy's never needed help. Don't ever tell yourself, oh, I don't need no help. Lippy needs help. So
Yes.
we got Nanny Joyce
She has really, really helped too.
helping us. But that's why y'all haven't seen us. And it wasn't that we was trying to be private. We were trying to get things lined out. And I really was concentrating on getting a better health. And I kept saying that. And what I meant by that was putting myself in an area, climate-wise, back to within an hour of all 3 physicians, because I have physicians in Louisiana and I have physicians in Texas. So by centraling myself there to either direction to major medical, that's where we're honing in at. So I think the only thing I'll be able to offer you guys is I'll just turn the camera on and maybe do some lives. I don't want to lose my spot on Friday nights. We may do some of those at 6 o'clock just to hold the spots. Hey, you know, we may have found one here, we may have found one there. Guys, it's a bidding war out there.
It is.
And it's tough. It is very, very tough. We are living proof. Think, search, search, search before you abruptly make a move that's not going to benefit your family. And that's where we're at. So let our adventure be a lesson. You know, you cannot predict what tomorrow's going to bring. And we never saw
can't.
this coming. We knew shortly after I got here, but I really thought that I would adapt. I really, really thought I would adapt. And it took a toll on me. Well, when it takes a toll on your physical, guys, let's be honest, it's going to take a toll right here too. So I was crippling, physically, and I'm crippling here now. And what I mean by that is it weighs heavy on your mind. It'll put you in a, I call it a rabbit hole. Well, my toes are in the rabbit hole. I refuse to get in the hole though. I'm just dabbling. So nothing is going to be scheduled. There's really nothing we can share but me just going live. And, I do have my laptop. Still wish somebody teach me what I turned off so I could do my laptop and be able to see what the hell y'all saying. But you remember I learned I can read the laptop and do a live. So I may just do 15-minute live talks with y'all. That'd be a good way to, of encouragement for me, or maybe we can be an encouragement to some of you guys. And that's basically what you're going to get from us. The seasoning is still being sold on Etsy. Boy, that's been fun. But because the business is still there. Remember, we just got to hook it up to the truck and
Roll.
and roll it down. But everything else is on hold, guys, because I'm giving up a Kentucky license. I don't know if it's Louisiana or Texas that I got to transfer my license and my business. So instead of spending all this money to get this license, we just put everything on hold. And the 3 seasonings are still on Etsy. If you want them, great. If you want to wait till we get moved, that's great too. We're easy kind of going people. So, yeah, we didn't want to make it too long, but it's time that you guys know. We are under contract. Our buyers know they have a home. We as sellers, we don't know what the hell's fixing to happen. And that is so not us.
But the Lord will deliver.
Yeah, we're not fly by the seat of our pants kind of people. We're just not. Everything is structured and planned. We are planners and we have goals. And we just woke up one morning and he said, we really need to sit down and think about all this. It wasn't 15 minutes. We said, we have one answer. It's time to go. And when he said it, it was like a weight off of me. It was a weight off of him. And like I said, y'all will hear more of what my health priority, job second. But y'all going to hear there's a whole lot more.
We'll have plenty of stories to tell once we get moved.
Once we get
settled
moved.
Where we can sit down and actually think. Because right now it's been a very stressful. We've been packing. She's got the house packed. We spent yesterday in the garden shed packing, and then I've got about probably 70% of the shop packed. So I've got a good 3 or 4 days.
But we're leaving our buyers with a fruit orchard, a complete garden setup, tools in the shed.
Shop.
Every
garden
hole in the
sheds.
wall that had a picture has been painted. It's move-in ready. They are set up to
Enjoy
to
life.
homestead and enjoy life. And you know what, y'all? Let's end it on this. Who's to say that we wasn't the stewards to what God's plan was? Just maybe, we had to be put here to make a home for this young family because he has an idea of where he is sending us. He has a plan for where we're going, and he knows exactly what he's going to have us doing. So we can look at it like this. You know, we can either cry about it or we can rejoice and say, you know what? We had a purpose here. We completed that task that was asked of us, and it's our time to finally move to our final resting place, our retirement home. But we gave a young family the opportunity to take this and grow with it.
You know, God's working on opening that door for us right now.
Yes, I believe that. I believe that. I truly do.
And if nothing else, I got to experience, and I'll talk about that at a later time, but I got to experience a miraculous event while I was here. Something that did happen that I've never heard of or been involved in before, but I got to actually witness it with an individual. And I'll share
I
that at a
know.
later time.
Yep.
But it was probably one of my best days.
Yep. So we will continue to share. And really and truly, this was a journal that should have been written. So we're just going to have to speak the journal of the last year with Gemini Homestead. So until next time, as always, God bless.